In the heart of Wisconsin, where the roar of horsepower echoes through the pines, lies a place unlike any other. This is Crandon International Raceway, a cathedral of short course off-road where legends are made, and the brave are separated from the bold. Today, Round 5 of AMSOIL Championship Off-Road storms into sacred ground, where 900 horsepower beasts fly wide open into Turn 1 at over 100 miles per hour, where the bravest hold it pinned, and the rest watch from the dust. This season has already delivered chaos, clashes, and contenders rising from the carnage. But at Crandon, everything hits different. And the road to a title runs straight through the gravel of the big house.
This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road.
Everyone, welcome to AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. We're here at the Big House, Crandon International Raceway for the Forest County Potawatomi Community Brush Run. Hello again, I'm Shane Stetsny and he is Brent Smith. Brent, there is something special about racing here in Crandon.
Well, it's special. It's special to me exactly because when I was a kid, I used to come and hold on to the fence. Now we're up here calling the races, watching the best in the world. It's the mecca of off-road racing. If you want to go somewhere, you got to go to Crandon.
Well, the racers are just about ready to put on one heck of a show for the fans here in Crandon. But first, let's check in with Haley Shanley.
CJ, I hate to even mention the word panic button after last weekend for the side-by-sides being off the podium. It's just not normal for you. So tell me how you navigated that and then how you're moving forward from it.
Wiring gremlins got us there in the pro stock and the pro mod. Obviously on Saturday we had a good starting spot. We were fast qualifier, and then we look at the points every weekend, right? We were able to leave every class with a bigger points lead or narrow the gap down in pro stock. So if that's what a bad weekend is for us, we'll take it.
Dave Mason Jr. back in action this weekend. Okay, we got to talk about what else has been going on in your program. You've been quite busy in off-road, but on the desert side. So tell me more about this.
Yeah, most definitely. We bought a trophy truck at the end of last year, and Yokohama really kind of pushed us in that direction in the desert because they're developing an awesome 40-inch off-road racing tire. And then we won the Baja 500 2 weeks ago during the Anago weekend. And then now we jumped in our trucks. We had everything prepared before the Baja 500. And then as soon as that race was done, we loaded up and we headed out here. And now we're ready to do some short course at Crandon.
Well, Pro 2 staged and just about ready to be cut loose on the track here at the Big House. Brent, this is Keegan Kincaid's home turf, but I think some of the other drivers in the field might have something to say about that.
Yeah, guys like Ryan Beat, they're really looking to do good things here this weekend. But we have newcomers like Bradley Morris. You got to check him out as well. And here comes Ricky G now. He's coming to the starting line.
There he goes. He's dodging and weaving. So last minute, Ricky G able to stay in the fight. He's going to have to start outside row number 2. So down to the second, literally, he pulled up and the green flag fell.
And that's Faye, though, right? We talk about him, how he'll play games. He didn't wait any longer.
Well, that's a first for today. We saw drama before the race even started. Look who's going to lead him into Forest County Potawatomi Turn 1, Keegan Kincaid with the whole shot.
Boy, your hometown favorite, Keegan Kincaid, looking so rocket ship fast here this weekend.
Corey Winter right behind him as they go through Turn 2. And it's Greaves, Morris, and Rowdy Beat. Looks like Rowdy Beat able to get past Morris as they come out of Turn 2.
Well, you know Kyle Greaves, he's looking to turn things around like he said when he was talking with Haley in the interview. He just said there's some things he's been messing up behind the wheel, but also he's been missing some of the setup, but they feel fast.
Looking strong early on as they head for the hella finish line for the first time. Kincaid, Winter, Greaves, Beat, Morris.
Yeah, Ryan Beat with a little bit better start here in round 6.
Yeah, we talked about the aggression that we saw yesterday. A couple drivers, Ryan Beat being one of them, was a little bit upset with how aggressive everybody was yesterday. You know, he's just trying to steer clear of the chaos as Winter pushed way wide.
You got to remember, Winter's running a limited schedule this season, so that race glass truck just trying to get comfy behind the wheel, that new ride.
And that changes the strategy too, though. I mean, he could be hyper aggressive. He's just racing to win trophies, win those first place medals and the big paychecks, and that's it.
Yeah, he's here to do business, and he's doing what he needs to do here early, trying to hunt down Keegan Kincaid, that soil back ride.
Ryan Beat getting roughed up a little bit by Bradley Morris once again. Looks like Morris might have taken that spot away from him. We'll find out as they slide into the gravel pit here. There's Greaves in third. And yeah, Morris did get back past Ryan Beat. Those guys mixed it up a little bit yesterday and tore some fiberglass off of one another. Kincaid's going to lead another lap here at his hometown track.
Boy, it's scary to see him out front this early for all the competitors.
No surprise, Corey Winter's running up near the front again, just like he did in round number 5.
Kind of backing it in there.
Winter has always been wicked fast here at Crandon. Another little mistake there. It's like Winter's having a hard time figuring out where to exit that Argonne corner.
Yeah,
and he's all over the place right now.
Yeah, he's fishtailing going up that hill. Here comes Bradley Morris.
Oh my goodness, Morris on a charge again early in this one. Trying to button up to the back of Kyle Greaves. They'll do battle through turn 2.
Boy, Greaves, he's got company. Sending it off that flyway, and once again, the bedside starting to come off.
Yeah, and remember, Morris, this is his debut weekend. He's not racing for the championship either. He's just trying to collect those wins, just like we talked about with Corey Winter.
Well, he came with a great piece in the Crandon weekend. He looks really, really quick. Anytime you're out in front of Rowdy Ryan Beat, you're doing something right.
They head through the front sweeper towards the chicane here at the big house. Morris still trying to reel in Kyle Greaves. Further back, there's battles all over the place. There is Ricky G after having to start outside row 2. He's starting to mix it up in the top 10.
Yeah, just tough break for Ricky G, trying to get through tech. Finally passed at last minute. They didn't really wait around, so he really didn't have no time to think about anything.
Yeah, Ricky G didn't even come to a stop at the starting line. He just kind of rolled right up and took off. Here goes Morris now to the inside of Greaves into turn 2. Fender to fender and wheel to wheel.
Well, I see him check up a little bit. He didn't want to get in the door of Greaves.
Yeah, that could have gotten a little bit hairy there if he'd stayed in the throttle. So Morris back to the drawing board as they go into the gravel pit.
There goes Morris to the inside again. Running about a half a line off of Kyle Greaves.
Yeah, Morris was really impressive in round 5, just the way he hunted out different lines. Especially the Argonne corner. He was putting that left front wheel right down in the ditch, trying to find some dry groove that nobody else had found.
Now it looks like Ryan Beat starting to button up to the back of Bradley Morris. Here's Johnny Holger.
Yeah, Beat remembers the physical racing he had with Morris, both in round 5 and already in round 6 in the early laps.
There, that's his favorite corner. Remember in round 5, he was really pouncing on the spot.
He was better than anybody down there at the Argonne corner yesterday. He likes to just come in there and dive bomb right down to the bottom. Now Beat starting to go to work on Morris, and they make more contact.
Wow, Beat got out in that loamy soil.
Man, gloves are coming off here in Pro 2. Here comes Holcher now with a run on Ryan Beat. See if Holcher can gain a spot here. They go door to door as they go past the skyboxes. Holcher set up on the inside.
Boy, Beat's having a hard time holding it down to that bottom side. He comes back underneath Johnny Holger trying to make that pass again.
No, Holcher's going to slam the door right in Rowdy Beat's face. That'll put Holcher into a top 5 spot here.
He's not done yet. That Yokohama Tires ride, putting it up on the bicycle.
Driving it right on that edge. Meanwhile, Greaves pushed wide, and that lets Morris sneak on by. Bradley Morris into that 3rd spot. Still before halfway here in Pro 2.
Boy, I want to see Bradley Morris in this second half. See if he has anything for Keegan Kincaid or Corey Winter.
He said on the podium after round 5 he hadn't raced in 7 years. He only had about 15 laps in that truck. So for him to be mixing it up with the fastest guys in Pro 2 here, knocking the rust off at the same time. That's really impressive by Bradley Morris.
Yeah, he never missed a heartbeat. He was a phenomenal pro light race car driver. Spent some time in Pro 2.
Here comes Holcher now to the outside of Greaves. Looks like Johnny Holcher is going to move up a spot.
Wow, he's on the move now. We'll have to pay attention to these lap times, Shane, next time by.
Yeah, Holcher really picking up the pace here before halfway.
Boy, Keegan Kincaid just checked out on the field so far.
And Greaves shedding all kinds of fiberglass as we come to the halfway point. Holcher just put it up on the bike right in front of Kyle Greaves, but able to gather it back up. But how about the hometown hero, Keegan Kincaid? Big win in round 5, showing everybody how it's done here in round number 6. We'll check in trackside with Haley. What's going on down there?
Keegan Kincaid, that's what's going on, and in his words, down but not out. You see, one of the sport's luminaries and one of Crandon's heroes, Keegan Kincaid, he's had flashes of brilliance in these recent seasons, but they've kind of been in the shadow of heartbreak and the cruel chaos of racing. But true grit, it doesn't just vanish clearly, it smolders, and what we're seeing right now from him, don't call this a comeback. Instead, let's call it a reckoning. He's back to where he belongs and where he feels, and we all know he belongs. So Keegan Kincaid right now continuing to lead this one.
When AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, presented by Brunt, roars back. Time for the 32nd annual Forest County Potawatomi Community Cup. It's Pro 2 versus Pro 4. Welcome back to Crandon, and we're ready to go green in Pro 2.
Well, we're underway. Green flag flies. The second half is gonna get good here, I believe. Johnny Holter, he's been looking really strong.
Yeah, Holter made a couple really nice moves before halfway to move up into that 4th spot. We'll watch him go to work on Morris into the gravel pit. There is Holter trying the outside. He's going to try to dive down to the bottom on exit.
They're going to be side by side.
Oh, and Morris has a flat left rear tire. That is huge trouble for the number 24.
Oh, wow. Good eye, Shane.
Yeah, the team probably didn't even know about it before halfway. It had to be going down before then. That is heartbreaking for him in a podium spot. Has to go almost all the way around the racetrack to get back to the hot pit. And certainly by now he knows that something is not quite right on the rear end of that truck.
Yeah, and Johnny knows. His spotter's telling him, Luke Johnson's on the radio telling him, hey, he's got a tire going down. Don't get in the mix and lose your own spot, because if he makes contact, that could cost him. But he's holding his own there on 3 wheels.
Yeah, we'll see how long he wants to stay out there. The problem is, or maybe the benefit for him is, most of these corners are left-hand corners. That inside tire won't take on a lot of abuse. It's Calamity corner. That tire is going to take on a ton of heat. You just hope that it doesn't start to delaminate and completely disintegrate.
Yeah, if it just holds on, we're going to babysit it for a while, depending on how far it goes down on the wheel. Here comes Johnny Holter. He wants to get around him now.
Holter taking a peek down to the bottom in the gravel pit.
There he
a little
goes.
bit of a bobble there by Morris. He's not going to have the forward drive coming out of there.
They're going to be side by side. Johnny's going to have that cushion on this outside.
Yeah, Morris is not going to be able to hold the inside very well with that flat left rear, though. Oh, he gets shoved to Holter. He's proving us wrong right now. Morris holding up everybody right now.
Gloves are off, Shane,
yeah,
guaranteed.
Herculean effort right now by Morris to fight that truck with a flat left rear tire.
Yeah, Johnny Holter, he isn't going to put up
tag. Morris able to gather it back up. Here comes Ricky G into the picture now.
Yeah, there's not enough room for all these Pro 2s. They're trying to wiggle.
Ricky G spun out down there in the Argonne corner. Almost came to a complete stop, and Morris opening it back up now over Holter.
Man, that left rear is just barely holding on, but doing its job. It's starting to come apart now.
Yeah, pretty soon it's going to delaminate. There it goes,
is.
And it completely fell apart.
Good call.
Now Morris is going to have to come in and get that thing changed. He'll have to hope for another caution. Look at him, he's still trying to race all the way to the hot pit lane. Finally, he's going to take that right turn, head into the hot pit.
Yeah, you don't want to rip a bypass off one of these trucks. They're not cheap. You take your whole truck out for the rest of the weekend.
So that'll move Johnny Holter into 3rd. Kyle Greaves has a broken left rear shock. You saw him land violently there.
Yeah, he hit really hard. See if Gibbs now wiggling his way up through after not having a great round 5.
How about Zakowski putting a fender on Ricky G as they came through Calamity corner? There's drama every which way you look. Trey Gibbs running without half of his body on that race truck.
Yeah, I promise half these trucks did show up with a brand new body.
Oh,
and
Greaves.
apart.
Kyle Greaves pulled off to the side in Calamity Corner. Looks like he is going to retire early.
Yeah, with that shock broken chain, you don't want to go off and jump and shear the shock shaft right off.
You can break a whole lot more, and dollar signs start to add up as you rip more and more off that corner of that truck.
Boy, Trey Gibbs, first full year in Pro 2. Remember how dominant he was in Pro Light.
Yeah, this is the battle for 4th place now on the racetrack. So after that pre-race drama, Ricky G battling it out in the top 5.
Trying to get as many points as he can. He knows he was in a deficit to start this thing. Oh, Gibbs goes a little wide. Ricky G trying to open the door a little more.
Meanwhile, Kincaid still by himself out front.
Man, Ricky G came off that jump.
Man.
Nailed the front end.
Yeah, and then he nailed Gibbs in Calamity Corner. Man, we got another fight. It's a cage match out on the racetrack right now.
Oh yeah, you might see a little body blow coming up here. He needs to move him out of the way.
We'll find out right now. Gutierrez way down almost into the ditch on the inside. Another little shove on Gibbs out to the wall.
He moved him right out of the line and said, hey, I'm going to take that spot away. I got a job to do.
Yeah, all the stuff going on before the race even started, putting a fire under Ricky Gutierrez, had to start in the back row. Quick note on Ryan Beat, who was leading the points coming into this weekend. He has exited this race. So everything coming, falling into place for Keegan Kincaid. Well, he'll navigate this big Polaris jump one last time and head into Calamity Corner. No calamity in sight for Keegan Kincaid. Back-to-back wins here in Pro 2 and a big cheer from the hometown fans. What a weekend for Kincaid so far.
Dominant, Shane, dominant.
Corey Winter across the line in second here. There's Johnny Holcher taking the 3rd place.
You are looking at a very exciting Keegan Kincaid getting the job done in Pro 2-wheel drive this afternoon.
Johnny Holcher, P3 today, another podium for you.
We're killing out there. I'm super pumped on this finish, and man, my team, they work their butts off day in and day out. I couldn't do this without them.
Man, I think the times are super close, so I'm super happy with that. I think there's a little improvement on my part, driving-wise, but yeah, that's how it goes, and I'll take back-to-back podiums here.
Keegan Kincaid taking home an extra $5,000 courtesy of Crandon International Raceway. How complete of a racer do you feel like right now after this win, after this weekend, this story arc that you're on? How complete are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I think the points momentum shifted into my direction, so it's a game of momentum.
Congrats, we'll see you in the Cup race. And with all of the momentum right now, Keegan Kincaid.
Still ahead, Wyatt the Thriller Miller continues to impress in Pro Spec. And later, in Pro 4, CJ Greaves is looking for a sweep.
Welcome back once again to Crandon International Raceway. We are AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. Brent, it is time for Pro Spec. This class, hyper competitive. Who should we look for in this Pro Spec race?
Well, I'm looking at Nick Visser and guys like Chris Vandenelsen. They've been in a little bit of a slump, but they're looking to turn things around.
We'll see who gets the whole shot. It's Chris Vandenelsen in the Nexen Tires truck, number 66.
In Pro Spec, teenage phenom Wyatt the Thriller Miller is having a breakout year.
There, look at Miller makes another aggressive move to get past Visser.
Yeah, Visser come in that gravel pit a little too hot and heavy, and he pushed a little wide, and that gave that opportunity to Wyatt Miller in that Bass Pro Shops number 7.
But on this day, Chris Vandenelsen entered his first win of the season.
So far out, you got to oversteer, and look at this battle. Wyatt Miller,
as steady rolling Nick Visser holds down the points lead.
he's going really, really wide. He's going to try to cross back underneath. Watch this. An outside, inside. Oh, Miller comes into the side of him.
Yeah, that move by Visser kind of caught Miller by surprise. He's going to spin all the way around 360 degrees and fall to the tail end of the field.
In Pro Buggy, Dave Mason Jr. tangled with Michael Meister, who eventually swept the weekend at the Big House.
Michael Meister sent them out of the way a little bit.
Yeah, just enough to open the door. Dave Mason Jr. now leading the race. Well, Meister's going to come fighting back down to the inside. Can he find that grip down there? He does. So Meister, a beautiful pass to take that lead back from Dave Mason
In pro side-by-side, Owen Van Eperen is on a tear with his 3rd win of the season and a weekend sweep at Crandon.
That Power Sports 1 Yamaha ride, the number 5, getting it done, Owen Van Eperen.
And congrats to Axel Keepers. He had the courage and the grit to join the elite group of Yokohama Hard Chargers this season.
Thank you guys. Axel Keepers, a hometown driver, first time racing a 170 side-by-side. He started at the back, drove his way through, and he's going to take home this really cool Hard Charger belt from our friends at Yokohama Tires.
AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, presented by Brunt, is brought to you by AMSOIL. Protection you demand, performance you deserve. By Polaris. By Brunt, the hardest working brand in workwear. And by Yokohama.
Welcome back once again. Glad to have you here with us in Crandon for AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. Pro 4, the big dogs are coming up next on this beautiful racetrack here in Crandon.
I'm looking at guys like CJ Greaves coming in with 194 career victories, looking to add on to his victory list. But guys like Jimmy Henderson in that United Rentals ride, watch for him to do big things. Well, we're underway, Shane. The green flag flies. Get on your feet. Pro 4 are heading into Forest County, Potawatomi, turn number 1. Who's it going to be?
It's Johnny Greaves, 2 days in a row, leading him through turn 1. They're 3 wide behind CJ. Henderson down on the inside. Mickey Thomas was on the outside through turn 1, and Thomas comes through the chute in 3rd.
Man, we've seen this in round 5. We'll see if Johnny can defend off his kid, CJ Greaves.
Oh, he's not on the podium after round 5. He is feeling it once again. He didn't feel like himself the first couple of weekends of this season. Safe to say that is well behind him at this point. He looks locked in. Henderson already laying a fender on Mickey Thomas as they came out of the gravel pit.
Yeah, Henderson coming through turn 1. He was side-by-side alongside of Cole Mamer. There goes Henderson.
Oh, looking down to the bottom again on Thomas. Nothing doing that time. See Mamer lurking in that 5th spot just in front of the wild man, Jenny.
Comes Henderson now in that United Rentals ride, trying to button up to the back of the Mystic Fuels ride.
And another little push there from the 44 of Henderson. And everybody pushing just a little bit.
I don't know what happened. It looked like Thomas went a little wide there. I didn't know if he was getting out the pace.
I think they're all just pushing so much coming up that hill, just struggling to find traction. See everybody landing really hard off the barn jump.
Oh, Jenny just sending it.
No, they don't call him the wild man for nothing. There's no doubt about that.
So cool
just trying to stay step for step here with Mickey Thomas. They call him the silent assassin. Rookie year in Pro 4, led some parts of that race back at Antigo in round 4.
Yeah, showing a lot of speed here early. We knew he was going to turn it around for Pro 2 to Pro 4. He was going to really take off where he left off in Pro 2. I didn't think he would do it that quick, but man, oh man, he's showing it.
Well, Johnny Greaves already opening up a 1.2-second lead over CJ.
Henderson really trying to get on the back bumper of Thomas. Here he goes again.
Yeah, trying to stay a little bit lower through the Argonne corner, and Henderson, man, slow coming out of that corner.
Yeah, he's over-rotating just a little too much. He's not catching that edge.
Yeah, seems like Henderson's truck might be fighting him a little bit. So now Mamer's starting to gain some ground as they come down the front straightaway. Cole Mamer closing in on Henderson.
He is. He's trying. Running a different line here, going towards the gravel pit one more time.
Already a couple battles starting to take shape. Johnny and CJ out front, battling for the lead a little bit. Silent Assassin, Jimmy Senderson, and Cole Mamer battling it out for 3, 4, and 5.
Comes Henderson now. He gets it rotated earlier.
And just digging for traction down there up against that cushion. Henderson still right there. Oh, and we've got a little contact and a lead change. CJ Greaves has gotten past Johnny Greaves.
Yeah, Johnny opened the door, caught sleeping there. You can't do that with CJ Greaves behind you.
See See how Johnny wants to battle him back. Two different lines as they come through the Cowboy cutoff through Forest County, Potawatomi, turn 1.
Wow, I was going to say coming into this weekend, you got to learn how to tame CJ Greaves here in Pro 4.
Oh, look at Henderson. Big run on Thomas, and Jimmy Henderson now up into the top 3.
All right, well, this is a positive for him here going into this second half.
Well, Henderson not going down without a fight.
Yeah, he's been really moving. We're going to look at this pass.
Yeah, there's the pass for the lead
side,
up in the, off in the distance. CJ got alongside Johnny, and then it was a drag race, a little shove there from father to son, and CJ able to slam the door. Well, real quick, we'll check in here at the halfway point of Pro 4 with Haley. She's trackside.
Thanks, Shane. There are great racers and there are great drivers. CJ Greaves, of course, checks the boxes for both, and the metric for which I'm assessing his performance in this race really comes down to racer IQ. The way he made that pass on his dad and fellow competitor Johnny Greaves. Racer IQ, split-second decision-making, finding precise lines on such thin margins for error. Absolutely incredible. So what I continue to see after that is Johnny not let him run away from it. So again, slim margin for error, he got it done, so we'll see what these two and the others can do in the second half.
Welcome back once again to the Big House, Crandon International Raceway. Here is the conclusion of the Pro 4 race.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. CJ Greaves leading him around right now.
CJ had a really nice restart too, just left everybody behind. I'm keeping my eye on that 44 of Henderson though. We know about the rivalry between him and Johnny Greaves. He's trying to beat him to the spot at the bottom of the gravel pit.
Boy, Henderson with a nice clean pass, almost getting it done there, but Johnny with the drive.
Yeah, Henderson just did not have the traction coming out of the gravel pit. Back to the drawing board here for Jimmy Henderson, again down to the bottom.
He got it turned early, Johnny didn't, so he's gonna have that preferred line there.
Johnny staying on the inside, gives a shove, a couple shoves into the door of Henderson.
He's trying to hold him back.
Henderson finally able to close the door on Johnny Greaves. We'll watch the 7-time champ Johnny Greaves go back to work on Henderson. Meanwhile, Thomas trying to get past Cole Mamer.
Yeah, we'll see if Henderson can start trying to find a little bit more grip. He's been struggling that first half now. He's gonna have to go and do some homework. And CJ Greaves is right there.
Henderson showing some speed. He was struggling in that first part of the race. Remember, I think the track is starting to come to where Henderson wanted it to be.
Just launching off that jump one more time. Here comes Cole Mamer now to the inside of Greaves.
Look at Mamer. Oh, I was going to say he was backing it in. Oh, that's going to collect Thomas. Both of those guys, I think, stalled the trucks.
Yeah, these manual transmissions, you can't get hit like that. It just takes it right out of you. There's Henderson trying to use that berm, just moving it out farther each and every lap.
The top 3 really open it up over everybody else, and Johnny Greaves now slowing. Coming out of Calamity Corner, looks like Johnny Greaves having some issues.
Yeah, that front left suspension is definitely broke.
Oh, man. Tough way to end the weekend for him here in the points races for Pro 4. Now here's the battle that we're left with. CJ Greaves out front, Jimmy Henderson in that second spot, and it's a long way back. Here's the battle for third. It's now Cole Mamer in third, Cheney in fourth, and Paul Wolf up into the top 5.
Yeah, Kyle Cheney with another strong run. Cole Mamer just shredding off body panels.
Just trying to lose a little bit of extra weight and go that much faster. Mamer still on the charge, trying in vain to catch back up to our leaders.
That's going to be tough beating himself to try to reel in these top 2. There's Mamer just hucking it in that corner.
Oh, Cheney driving it in backwards too. Can't say enough about Kyle Cheney this weekend. Took down some really good laps yesterday, finished on top of the podium in round 5. Seems like Cheney's just so good at surviving all the chaos in these races. Seems to always find himself in the fight right at the very end.
Yeah, he's really patient. He takes what he gets given to him early and just tries to capitalize late.
Seeing a little bit of smoke coming out of Cole Mamer's truck. Hard to tell where that was coming from. It looked almost like it was coming out of the right rear wheel.
Yeah, it did. Maybe an axle seal going away or something.
Trying to get another close look at it here through the Cowboy cutoff. I didn't see any more of that smoke. There is CJ still running out front. Interval back to Henderson in second.
Toil Tire is still leading the way around that Monster Energy back 33.
And Henderson's gaining on CJ really quickly. I was trying to take a peek out the window at CJ. It looked like he might not be up to full speed here.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to pay attention. He did look like he checked up a lot on that barn jump.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. Still digging hard through Calamity Corner. See him going past Johnny Greaves parked off to the side of the track.
Yeah,
Henderson definitely starting to close in.
It's not over yet, Shane. The United Rentals ride is really charging hard.
I wonder if CJ might be having an issue with transmission. It seems like almost like he's not stuck in the highest gear. We're going to get a better sense of it. He looked a little bit slow coming back onto this long straightaway. We'll find out as they come past the crowd.
Sounds like he's under full song. We'll have to wait and see. Here comes Jimmy Henderson.
Yeah, CJ just does not have the top speed right now.
Yeah, he moved out of the way, it seemed like.
Jimmy Henderson takes over the lead. Now CJ able to keep up, at least for the moment, as they go past the skyboxes.
I think you're right, though. The shifting must not be right for CJ Greaves.
Yeah, he must have lost at least the highest gear, or maybe stuck in a gear. He will soldier on and try to at least hold on to second, but how about Jimmy Henderson now in control of this one?
This is what they need.
By himself out front.
Yeah, they need this bounce back. They've been struggling a little bit coming into this season. They know they got the speed. Trad's been really giving them a great truck. Actually back-halved it before the last round.
Oh, Henderson pushes over the cushion a little bit. About a lap and a half left for these Pro 4s. Truck's pretty well used up, track all the way chewed up. Getting word that CJ Greaves might not be running on all 8 cylinders.
Yeah, you can tell he's just not in that race mode right now.
Doing what he can to stay in that second spot. At about a 5-second gap back to Cole Mamer the last time around. We'll see if Mamer has anything left in the tank.
This is huge for CJ Greaves. If it is a motor going down, you know, he's got that cup race later, so you might see an engine change go down.
Well, Henderson's going to clear this Polaris jump. Come around and take the white flag here in round 6. Like you said, great bounce back if he can get the job done here. CJ still trying to motor his way around. Mamer just now going past the finish line. Mamer gained about a second on CJ, but that's it. So it's looking like our top 3 starting to, the concrete starting to set up a little bit on our podium trio.
Yeah, it really is. There's CJ Greaves just struggling to maintain that position. There's our race leader late in this race. He is on his final time around here this weekend in the points race. He'll be coming back later on for that big cup.
Another good look at CJ just trying to get the speed where he can. And I don't think anybody expected it to take all the way to round 6 for Henderson to pick up win number 1 this year. As Henderson having some issues still getting that truck to turn.
Yeah, he couldn't get it to negotiate that inside line, but he's going to get the job done. He's just got to tiptoe his way through this final turn.
Yeah, he coasted in from here. Another big push there from Henderson, but the checkered flag is out. Jimmy Henderson, the round 6 Pro 4 winner. Greaves survives for a 2nd place finish, and Cole Mamer, another good bounce back 3rd place finish for him.
Jimmy Henderson. Jimmy, this has probably felt like a long time coming. This felt like a breakthrough win of the season. So if not a breakthrough drive, how would you describe it?
Yeah, the track was great. Crandon's doing an amazing job, giving us something where we can really show what Pro 4 can do. So proud of the Flannery family and everything they do. That was a hard drive, you know. We didn't have a real good start. We were able to come up through the field. Something happened with CJ, and it was just pumped because this team has worked so hard to be able to perform like this and perform the way that we should be. We have a lot of partners, and I'm just so thankful for everybody that's really been a part of this team and helped us get here, and glad to break the ice and let's get a win, you know, early in the season. Let's see what we can do.
Congrats. Enjoy this win, Jimmy Henderson, and we'll see these guys in the cup race later on today.
Still ahead, the epic 32nd annual Forest County Potawatomi Community Cup. Pro 2 versus Pro 4. AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, presented by Brunt, is brought to you by AMSOIL. Protection you demand, performance you deserve. By Polaris. By Brunt, the hardest working brand in workwear. And by Yokohama.
Up next, the Forest County Potawatomi Community Cup. Brent, this is a special race. Only at Crandon do they mix the Pro 2s and Pro 4s.
The green flag flies, we're underway, the Pro 2s are unleashed.
There is thunder in the valley. The Forest County Potawatomi Community Cup underway.
Can everyone get through turn 1 clean? A little contact, Dave Mason Jr. and Trey Gibbs.
And how about it, Ricky G with the hole shot among the Pro 2s. He will lead him down into turn number 2.
Ricky G just broke the front end.
Big trouble early on for Gutierrez. He's going to collect Dave Mason Jr. Now Keegan Kincaid takes over the lead. And you'll hear another roar of thunder. Here come the Pro 4s.
Who's going to make it to turn 1 first in Pro 4? Here we go. It's CJ Graves.
Mickey Thomas and Cole Mamer side by side right behind him as they head for turn 2. I can say for sure that the Pro 4s did not want to see Keegan Kincaid get out front early and run all by himself like he is right now.
Hey, I was hitting you earlier this afternoon after Keegan doubled down this weekend. It'll be hard to tame him on his own track.
Oh boy, look at the interval. He's already opened up over Dave Mason and the rest of the Pro 2s. Yeah, he is really showing up under the brightest lights right now. There is CJ coming through turn 1. The interval from Keegan back to CJ was about 27 seconds last time at the finish line. We'll check on it once again next time CJ crosses the stripe.
There's Lucas Oil back, number 4. Going by our screen now, our eyes are set on CJ Greaves.
Cole Mamer still running second among the 4-wheel drives. CJ, man, you can tell he is on a mission right now, trying to keep that interval as big as he can make it.
Well, he's gained about 200 yards on Keegan Kincaid. It's easier for me to see out the window because he was coming through turn number 1, and I'm telling you, he's gaining ground.
Man, Keegan just running practice laps right now. There's nobody in his area code. There is CJ going into the Argonne corner. The interval this time 21 seconds, so still about 3 seconds per lap that CJ is gaining.
See how he's using that top of that cushion? He's just riding out. That fine line's still there.
6 laps to go. CJ now going to work on Corey Winter as they go through the gravel pit.
And this is what you were just talking about, right? How easy is it going to be for him to get around? These are tough Pro 2 drivers.
See if Winter tries to push him a little bit wide. Yeah, CJ is going to cross him over. Drive down to the bottom, but Winter is going to rough him up a little bit.
I told you, it's not going to be easy. Hey, whoever did this time clock, they did the right thing. It looks like to be even here. We might get it with 1 lap to go.
Now CJ going to work on Bradley Morris.
This is going to help him out right here.
Got another truck with a flat tire and all kinds of chaos going on, but CJ able to get by really quickly. He'll come flying down into Forest County Potawatomi turn 1 once again. We are halfway through this one, 5 laps in, 5 laps to go. We'll see how much CJ gained on Keegan that last time around.
Yeah, tell us that time, Shane.
CJ now 3rd overall, 15 seconds back, so still that 3 seconds per lap difference holding pretty steady.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
He'll only have one more Pro 2 to deal with. It'll be Kyle Greaves. Yeah, he is feeling it this weekend. There is CJ trying to get past Kyle Greaves down the front straightaway. Kyle's gonna run just a little bit wide, trying to stay on that cushion. CJ trying the bottom, but there's not a lot of grip down there, and Kyle's gonna be able to hold him off for a little bit.
Yeah, I can't see Kyle really getting in his way. That wouldn't be good at the family Christmas.
Look at CJ backing it in, just the slightest little tap on the side of Greaves' truck, Kyle Greaves' truck, and CJ now nothing but a bunch of real estate between him and Keegan Kincaid. 4 laps to go this time. 3 laps to go now. Keegan's gonna have to deal with some lap traffic. That is Patrick Dennis, another one of the Pro 2s.
Pay attention to the rear of CJ Greaves as he went by. Everything looks to still be intact. The vent sides are just barely hanging on.
3 laps to go now. Keegan finally able to get by Patrick Dennis.
If he can put some more trucks in between him and CJ Greaves, that's the only way it's going to benefit, but he's now on the same straightaway. It's one final time, so there's nobody else in his gun sights.
2 laps to go. The interval 1 lap ago was 10 seconds, now 6.5 seconds. CJ's got to stand on it here. He's going to have to put down 2 heroic laps to catch up to Keegan Kincaid.
Yeah, and if you're Keegan Kincaid, you can't hit that cushion too hard. You got to go into it easily and gradually carry your momentum through. You don't want to shear off a tire this late.
Now it's 2.6 seconds, so CJ almost 4 seconds quicker.
Wow, if he can shear off a little bit here, he'll be within a couple corners of Keegan Kincaid. And boy, is Keegan struggling to run that cushion.
As they go into Cowboy Corner, CJ right up against that dirt berm, trying to plant that truck on the cushion.
Well, Crandon, if you're watching on Flow at home, get on your feet. This is it, the final lap, the final time through Forest County, Potawatomi, turn number 1. It's Keegan Kincaid and CJ Graves.
Just a couple corners to go. Can Kincaid hold on? The underdog Pro 2 trying to win at his hometown track.
Remember, the Pro 4s can go wherever they want. They can go outside, they can go inside, but watch it drive. Keegan's playing just every bit of defense as he can, but watch CJ go to the bottom. He backs it in.
Yeah, Kincaid trying to run that cushion. Oh, they're driving up on one another. They spin out and they're collected.
They're apart.
They're stuck together. Can they get unhooked?
I don't
and
know.
Who is in third place?
Third? It looks like Kyle Cheney.
They're still stuck together, both of them just standing on the throttle right now, trying to get unstuck.
Man, if you can
is
see
Kyle
the
Cheney going to be the underdog winner here?
I don't know. That was your pick. Keegan Kincaid.
They're all going to get back around. It's a traffic jam. My goodness.
What is going on?
CJ, now Cheney drives up the back of CJ. Keegan comes out with the lead.
Look at this. Keegan Kincaid, one final time. Your hometown boy. The Lucas Oil back four. Gonna get the job
gets in the back of him. Cheney's going to push him across the line. What in the world?
This is crazy, Crandon.
Absolute mayhem.
One of the best cup races in history. Unbelievable.
What in the world did we just watch?
Keegan, this is all time, completing the trifecta of a weekend. So I just want to hear from your perspective, that race finish, what was going through your mind going into Calamity Corner?
You know, I knew CJ was coming fast, and I had to run the outside down there, and you know, it was nothing intentional. We just kind of came together, and our bumper hooked with my tire, his bumper. I don't know how it was, but we had enough time there. We had a conversation at each other. So I don't even know. I got to sit back and process what just happened.
Up until the last corner, the last lap, you never knew who was going to win.
That's why we love racing here at the Big House. That's why they call it the Mecca of off-road racing. We love Crandon.
This is it, the final lap, the final time through Forest County, Potawatomi, turn number 1. It's Keegan Kincaid and CJ Graves.
Just a couple corners to go. Can Kincaid hold on? The underdog Pro 2 trying to win at his hometown track.
Keegan's playing just every bit of defense as he can, but watch CJ go to the bottom. He backs it in.
Yeah, Kincaid trying to run that cushion. Oh, they're driving up on one another. They spin out and they're collected. They're stuck together. Can they get unhooked?
I don't know.
Who is in third place?
It looks like Kyle Cheney.
They're still stuck together, both of them just standing on the throttle right now, trying to get unstuck.